In the ancient kingdom of Ahoda, lived a young prince named Dekina. He had to marry a royal girl on his 25th birthday, as was the custom before he could become king. Prince Dekina was tall and strong, with dark skin and kind brown eyes. He wore his hair in short, neat dreadlocks. Everyone in the kingdom knew him as a gentle and fair person. One evening, Prince Dekina walked into the palace garden, thinking about his upcoming marriage to a girl he'd never met. He wasn't happy about it. As he walked, he bumped into someone. Leaves flew everywhere, and he heard a small gasp. "I'm so sorry," a woman's voice said. Dekina looked down and saw a pretty young woman on the ground. She was small and slim, with smooth brown skin and big eyes. Her hair was braided close to her head. She wore a simple blue dress that showed she was a palace worker. "No, it was my fault," Dekina said, helping her. When their hands touched, they both felt a strange tingle. They looked at each other, surprised. "What's your name?" Dekina asked. "Mora, Your Highness," she answered, bowing her head. "Mora," Dekina said. "That's a pretty name." Mora blushed and started picking up the scattered herbs. Dekina knelt to help her. "You don't have to do that, Your Highness," Mora said quickly. "I want to," Dekina replied with a smile. Mora was 20 years old, smart, and kind. She helped the palace doctor collect herbs from the forest. As they picked up the leaves, their hands kept touching. Each time, they felt that same tingle. They kept looking at each other, feeling confused but excited. When they finished, they stood up. "Thank you for your help, Your Highness," Mora said politely. "Please, call me Dekina," the prince replied. Mora's eyes got big. "Oh, I cannot address you by your first name, Your Highness, I am not a royal blood." "I insist," Dekina said. "At least when we are alone." Mora nodded with a small smile. "All right, my prince," she said softly, sounding a bit scared. They stood there for a moment, not wanting to leave. "I should take these herbs to the doctor," Mora said finally. "Of course," Dekina replied. "Will you be working in the gardens tomorrow?" Mora nodded yes. "Then maybe I'll see you here," Dekina said. As Mora walked away, Dekina watched her go. He felt strange, like something important had just happened. He didn't know it yet, but his life had just changed forever. Meanwhile, Queen Nika, a tall and authoritative woman in her late 40s, with graying hair and sharp features, watched them from a far-off balcony without being seen. She didn't like how her son, Prince Dekina, looked at the servant girl. "What does that servant girl think she's doing?" she muttered to herself. "I must stop this before it goes any further." Queen Nika began to plan, determined to keep her son away from Mora no matter what. Over the next few weeks, Dekina and Mora met in the garden almost every day. They grew closer, sharing stories and jokes. Prince Dekina, who loved singing, would often sing to Mora as she danced happily. He told her how he learned to sing from his father, the late king, and shared a special song his father taught him to lift his spirits. Mora listened with interest. Mora's knowledge of herbs fascinated Dekina. He loved learning from her and enjoyed her voice and expressions when she spoke. One evening, as the sun was setting, Prince Dekina held Mora's hands. "I think I'm falling in love with you," he said softly. Mora's heart beat fast. "I think I love you too," she whispered back. "But we can't. I'm just a servant, and you're the prince." Dekina shook his head. "I don't care about that. You're the most amazing person I've ever met." As Dekina leaned in to kiss Mora, a sharp voice interrupted them. "Dekina!" Queen Nika shouted in anger. "What do you think you're doing?" They jumped apart as Queen Nika stormed towards them, looking angry. She slapped Mara on the face. "Mother, I can explain," Dekina said, surprised but firm. "Quiet," Nika snapped. She turned to Mara. "You, how dare you, you dirty servant. Go to your chamber now. I'll deal with you later." Mara looked at Prince Dekina with fear, then ran off. Nika grabbed Dekina's arm. "Have you lost your mind? She's a servant." "But I love her, mother," Dekina said firmly. Nika's eyes narrowed. "Love? Don't be silly. You're supposed to marry Kechi, the royal girl from the Anioma kingdom. I won't let you bring shame to this kingdom. You must obey your late father's wishes and marry Kechi on your 25th birthday, as tradition demands." "I won't marry Kechi," Dekina declared. "I don't even know her." "You'll do as you're told," Nika hissed. "I won't let you disgrace this kingdom for a common servant girl." The next morning, Mara was called to the throne room. She felt scared as she entered. Queen Nika sat on her throne, with the council of elders present. Prince Dekina stood beside Queen Nika, looking pale and worried. "Mara," Queen Nika said coldly, "you are accused of using evil magic to enchant Prince Dekina into loving you. What do you say?" Mara gasped. "No, Your Majesty, I would never do that," with tears in her eyes. "Quiet," Queen Nika shouted. "We have proof of your crimes. You are now banished from the kingdom. If you ever come back, you will be executed by hanging." "Mother, stop this," Prince Dekina cried. "She's innocent, she did not use love charm on me." But it was too late. Guards grabbed Mara and began dragging her away. "Your Highness," Mara cried out to Prince Dekina, "please do something, I'm innocent." Tears ran down her face. "Mara, I will find you, I promise." Prince Dekina shouted back, struggling against the guards holding him back. 2 months later, after wandering from village to village, begging for food to survive, Mara met an old woman in the forest. The woman was looking for herbs when she saw Mara about to drink from a dirty river. "Don't drink that water," the woman shouted. Mara replied, "But I'm very thirsty, I have no choice." The woman gave Mara clean water and told her to leave the dangerous forest. After hearing Mara's story, the old woman took pity on her and let her stay in her home. Mara used her herb knowledge to help the old woman heal people in a small fishing village. But she missed Prince Dekina every day. Back at the palace, Prince Dekina was sad all the time. He rarely smiled and spent most of his time alone. Queen Nika invited Kechi, the royal girl, to the palace and pushed forward with wedding plans, ignoring her son's unhappiness as his 25th birthday got closer. Kechi arrived with her mother, Lady Dekina, for the wedding preparations. Kechi was excited, but Prince Dekina could barely look at her. Lady Dekina was a tall, thin woman with graying hair and cold eyes. She noticed Prince Dekina's sadness. "What's wrong with the prince?" she asked Queen Nika one evening. "Nothing," Queen Nika lied. "He's just nervous about the wedding." But Kechi had heard rumors about the prince's love for a servant. She tried everything to make Prince Dekina love her, but nothing worked. One night, Kechi snuck into Prince Dekina's room. Dekina was shocked to see her on his bed and angrily told her to leave, shouting, "I don't love you, go away." This made Kechi very angry, and she went to her mother's room. "Mother, I need your help," Kechi said. "The prince still loves a servant girl. He'll never love me." Lady Dekina's evil eyes gleamed. "What do you want me to do?" Lady Dekina knew dark magic, which she used on people she saw as threats. "Use your magic," Kechi begged. "Make him love me instead." Lady Dekina shook her head. "Love spells are dangerous." But I can do something else. She took out a small, black stone. This will make him forget the servant girl. But be careful, it comes with a price. Kechi didn't care about the price. She just wanted to become queen of Ahoda kingdom. The next morning, Kechi crushed the black stone and put it in Dekina's tea at breakfast. As soon as he drank it, he fell to the ground, unconscious. Everyone in the palace panicked. Prince Dekina was taken to his bed, where he lay still and pale. The best doctors in the kingdom were called, but none could wake him up. Queen Nika was very worried. "What's happening to my son?" she cried. Kechi pretended to be shocked and worried. But inside, she was panicking. This wasn't supposed to happen. Days passed, and Prince Dekina didn't wake up. He grew weaker, his breathing becoming shallow. Finally, Queen Nika called for the oldest and wisest woman from another kingdom, a blind shaman named Odana. The old woman hobbled into Dekina's room, her unseeing eyes somehow seeming to see everything. Odana put her wrinkled hands on Dekina's forehead. After a long moment, she spoke. "The prince is under a powerful curse. He will die on his 25th birthday if the curse is not broken." "How?" Queen Nika asked desperately. "How do we break it?" "Only the kiss of his true love can save him," Odana said. "But be careful, the one who cast the curse must also be defeated in the spirit world." Kechi's face went pale. She ran from the room, afraid of being found out. Queen Nika sat by Dekina's bed, crying. She knew now that she had made a terrible mistake. There was only one person who could save her son. "I have to find Mara," she said softly. But finding one girl in vast kingdoms wouldn't be easy. And with every passing hour, Prince Dekina grew weaker. It was a race against time, and dark forces were working to stop her. Queen Nika rode out with two of her best warriors, disguised as a regular person to find Mara. She traveled through dangerous forests and climbed steep mountain paths on a horse. Lady Dakuli's dark magic caused storms and wild animals to attack, but Queen Nika kept going, driven by her love for her son. At the palace, Prince Dekina got worse. His skin turned grey, and he could barely breathe. The kingdom's doctors shook their heads sadly, knowing he might die soon. Lady Dakuli, filled with evil plans, paced in her room. The cursed black stone glowed with dark power, tempting her to use it again. She held it, torn between fear and greed. She whispered to Kechi, "We must take over this kingdom." With Queen Nika gone, Lady Dakuli took the throne and said Prince Dekina and Kechi must marry quickly before the prince dies. She wanted to take Queen Nika's throne through this marriage, even as the prince got sicker. Meanwhile, after weeks of searching, Queen Nika finally found Mara in the small fishing village. Mara looked thin and tired, her eyes sad. "Dekina needs you," Queen Nika begged. "I was wrong to separate you. Please, come back with me." Mara looked angry. "Why should I trust you?" "Because if you don't, Dekina will die," Queen Nika said, her voice breaking. Mara's anger faded. She still loved Prince Dekina. "Let's go," she said. They rode hard all night, barely stopping to rest. But as they got close to the palace at dawn, the sky turned dark. Lady Dakuli appeared in front of them, glowing with dark magic. "You're too late," she laughed. "Soon, your prince will be dead, and my daughter will rule your kingdom." With a wave of her hand, Lady Dakuli took them to a dark, misty place. Weird whispers echoed around them. "Welcome to my world," Dakuli sneered. "You'll never leave here alive." Queen Nika stepped forward, using magic she had hidden for a long time. "Your evil ends now, Dakuli." A big fight started. Lady Dakuli threw dark lightning, while Queen Nika fought back with bright light. The ground shook from their magic. Mora ducked and dodged, trying to find a way past Lady Dekina. She knew every second counted for Dekina. Back at the palace, Kechi rushed into the throne room with some elders. She ordered them to start the wedding, but they were scared to do it. Everyone was upset, but then Prince Dekina made a painful sound. He was dying. In the spirit world, the fight went on. Queen Nika was getting weaker against Dekina's attacks. Mora felt helpless, watching the magic battle. Suddenly, she remembered the song Prince Dekina's father used to sing to make him feel strong. With nothing left to lose, Mora began to sing, her voice shaky at first but growing stronger. The sweet song cut through the chaos, distracting Lady Dekina. Dekina screamed as her power weakened. The darkness around them started to go away. "Keep singing," Nika shouted, gathering her strength for one last attack. Mora's voice grew louder, filling the place with light. Dekina's body began to flicker and change shape. With a loud yell, Nika released a huge wave of pure energy. It hit Lady Dekina hard, breaking her defenses. The evil Lady Dekina let out a terrible scream as she gradually disintegrated into the shadow and vanished. The spirit world began to fall apart around them. "We have to get out of here," Nika said, breathing heavily. She grabbed Mora's hand and they ran through the crumbling world, jumping through a doorway just as everything imploded behind them. They found themselves at the palace gates, tired but alive. Without a word, Mora ran to Prince Dekina's room. Prince Dekina lay still, his skin grey and cold. The doctors stepped back, bowing their heads in defeat. "No," Mora cried out, rushing to his side. "My love, please. Come back to me." She leaned down and kissed him. For a scary moment, nothing happened. Then, a soft light began to glow where their lips met. It grew brighter, covering them both. Dekina's eyes opened, color coming back to his face. "Mora," he said softly, with a weak smile. "I knew you'd find a way." Mora, full of joy, hugged Prince Dekina on the bed and held him tight. Everyone in the room cheered and shouted happily with relief. Suddenly Kechi screamed and ran towards Mora with a knife. But fortunately, weak, but determined Prince Dekina saw her, summoning all the strength he could. He pushed Mora out of harm's way luckily and hit Kechi with a tremendous blow on the shoulder, and she fell to the ground yelling in pain. Guards took her away. Few days later, the kingdom celebrated Prince Dekina's amazing recovery. Kechi was sent home in shame without her mother. Queen Nika accepted Mora and blessed Prince Dekina's marriage to her. Their wedding was a happy event, celebrated by the whole kingdom. As Prince Dekina and Mora danced as the new king and queen, they knew their love had beaten dark magic and cruel fate. It came out stronger than ever, giving hope to all who saw it. Queen Nika hugged them both, crying happy tears. Their story would be told for many years as a tale of love so strong it beat death itself and brought peace to a troubled kingdom.